Welcome to your daily focus, November the 22nd, 2021. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. We have the 22 energy today. The 22 energy is our master builder. We are highly intuitive. We will have visionary thoughts. So take some time to daydream today. Take some time to meditate. Take some time to contemplate. Take some time to just sit in a quiet presence of stillness, of quiet. Just for a few moments. Give yourself 5 minutes. Because we have that 22 energy day. Now, if you do the numerology of the day, actually, it's a 38 energy. Now, the 38 talks about dreams happening or coming into visions. So dreams and visions, rewards happening. So the 38 is a beautiful number. And then 3 plus 8 is an 11. So we have the teacher coming in. We have the illuminator coming in. Now, the thing with 22s and 11s, the master numbers, is they demand so much more of us, but the rewards are so much greater, and the successes can happen very quickly when we are motivated to keep our focus, our attention on our goals, on our successes that we want to celebrate going forward. The sun has moved into Sagittarius. So it's about having the courage to expand your horizons. You want to learn, you want to educate, you're a philosopher, you are part of the collective. You know that you are attached to everything and everything is attached to you in some way, in some form. We want to grow our knowledge, the expansion of our dreams, our desires, adventures. We look for opportunities. We feel more optimistic under the Sag sun, and we have a Cancer moon, so it's about our safety, our well-being, home and family. Of course, we've just had our lunar eclipse, so nothing is taking the center stage besides that still. The King of Pentacles appears. The King of Pentacles, he's one of the richest guys in the deck. So it's great when we see him, when we have numbers like 38 and 11 and 22, talking about rewards coming in our dreams, our visions. So our dreams and visions can bring us abundance in our life. Our crown here is a living vine, so we have to think outside the box. We have to color outside the lines. And yet, we have to really investigate and know. The King of Pentacles will take risks, but they're very educated risks. It's not just saying, I think I'm going to do this today and see what happens. It's meticulously looking at the information. Now, under a Sag sun, we're not really caring about the details as much as we should. We have Mercury in the last part of moving out of Scorpio, so still in Scorpio and at a very intense part of Scorpio. So our voice is strong for what we want. So it's about affirmations, it's about mission statements, it's about declaring it, making that commitment to yourself. We have the King of Cups right next to the King of Pentacles. So this is a very diplomatic day for us. This is a very intuitive day for us. This is when our mind and our heart work in unison. The King of Cups is making sure that we have the plan or everything that is needed for the plan. I take the King of Cups almost like the dear old dad, the stereotypical dear old dad who would ask you, where are you going tonight? Who are you with? Are they good people? Do they treat you well? Are you making enough money? Where are you staying? Is it affordable? Is it a good neighborhood? You know, you want to check all the little details out in life. You just can't go and come back. You have to have an idea of your reality. Do you have enough money? Do you have people that surround you, that raise you up, that support you, that love you, that help you? Do you have a job that you love? Or a career that you love? Or maybe it's a part of your day or your week or even your month that you love. Maybe you help out at a shelter, or you do something for the greater good. And Sagittarius is all about doing something for the greater good. But this is making sure that we have everything looked at. We have a sense of security. We have a sense of safety because we know our reality for what it is. And we're only allowing the good to enter our lives. So is there anywhere where we need to stop an action, stop a person, stop being in an environment, stop a behavior, stop a habit that is actually working against us, against our dreams, against our goals, against our path forward? And then look at this, the Ten of Swords appears. The Ten of Swords says, and most people think this, I mean, certain cards, it does look like a crime scene. There should be little yellow cones all over the place on this card. But the artist portrays it as those swords not being in our back. If they were, there'd be a pool of blood. There is not a pool of blood. So they are behind us. They are our strength. They are our courage. They represent the challenges that we have met, we have faced, we have conquered. And that gives us more strength and more confidence to go forward and do the things that we want to do. But wow, are we ever beaten up in order to get to the here and now? We have been through the ringer, so to speak. One thing settles down, another thing pops up. There's 5 things happening at a time. The rules keep changing. You're up in the air. You don't know whether or not you can go here. What's the rules? And so we've gone through a lot of little stresses and little growth periods and we've gone through some massive ones as well. And this is a time when we may not realize it yet, but the sun is breaking through those clouds. That we're going to start to feel the warmth of the sun on us again. We're going to push ourselves up. We're going to brush ourselves off. And we're going to get determined about the next phase of our journey. Let's get an affirmation card. Okay, we have Battle of the Blue. Take steps towards positive change. I'm not going to undertalk depression here because depression can be a very severe thing that we need to look at and recognize in ourselves and get the appropriate help and attention that is necessary in order for us to come out of it properly, to heal, to move forward, to gain back our confidence, our strength, our courage. But some days we just have off days too, where we're just a little, nothing's really working, nothing's really happening, and it's an easy day to kind of push aside and say, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do much today. I'm just going to putter. If you knew it was your last day on earth, would you putter? I don't think so. And yet we choose to do that where there isn't anything calling to us, demanding us to work forward in a positive way, to work towards a goal, to work towards a dream. We can put it off till tomorrow. We can procrastinate on it. We can go and do something else and get back to it later. Those kinds of things we need to address now. It's about getting busy. Sometimes defeating the blues is just getting busy, doing something productive, doing something that you can see your accomplishments. So little tasks. Okay, I recently took up beading, so macrame. And you can see very quickly your results. You can see very quickly your mistakes too. But there's lots here. You could probably point them out. I should get you to circle the five mistakes, like they have those puzzles where one mirrors the other almost. So we don't have a perfect one to go by yet. Battle of the Blues. Take steps towards positive change. So what can you do in this moment in time? And maybe it won't solve all of your problems, but it will move you an inch by inch towards feeling great about yourself, building that confidence. Maybe it's starting to take yoga or dancing or a little bit of music in your life, or a little bit of quiet time in your life, or you're not going to snack between meals because you want to have that optimum feeling of health, and that extra 5 pounds or something is you're going to feel it, and that's going to weigh you down. Or maybe you're out of work, so brush up that resume, get it out there. Have some fun with it. Go for jobs you don't even want and say no when they offer it to you, just because you know something's better around the corner. You're lonesome, get out there and meet somebody. Join some kind of social club, some kind of charitable organization, some kind of community event. Get around people that are motivated towards doing something, like-minded, where you can input, where you can feel that you are a part of something. So you don't have to wait to be asked to join these things. You can go and join them. So push yourself out there. Get yourself out there. Don't let yourself just sit there. Don't sit there and Netflix binge or whatever it might be. All of a sudden you found out, you're scrolling through Amazon and you've ordered everything now. Get moving, get motivated into doing something, even if it's something small, even if it's something little, and something where you're going to see that change, that difference. And maybe nobody else could notice it, but you can notice it. And maybe it's doing something about yourself. Maybe it's doing some internal work. Maybe it's doing something about your environment. Maybe you're changing habits and behaviors or routines in your life in order to really move forward the way you want. Maybe you're trying out different things. You're letting go, you're healing perhaps, you're completing things that have been on the back burner far too long because you do not want to take it forward into a solar eclipse. Absolutely not, you do not. Battle of the Blues. When you have feelings of gloom or inadequacy, you need to recognize this as a temporary situation. Feelings of sadness and negative thoughts can immobilize you, and only you can change this. Perhaps it's a wake-up call to get into action and make changes. Take small steps and keep moving every day to bring positive change and self-empowerment. Exercise, study, socialize with like-minded people, listen to music, talk about your feelings with trusted friends and family. Know that the magic of the universe and angels are there to support and guide you. Gather your courage and rise to meet your challenges. The mantra is, I can take small steps every day to make giant positive changes in my life for happiness and fulfillment. And there was a comment on my full moon about somebody feeling that their free will was being taken away. And I won't go into it. And please don't use my channel, my comments, to not support somebody else with their grief, with their sorrow, with their sadness. And you may have an opinion that you'd like to bring to the table, and it's not what the person needs at that time. They need support to know that it's going to be okay. That at least in my channel, they're surrounded by friends and people who love them and people who will pray for them and people who cherish them. So please, if you have an opinion, zip it, because we all have opinions about what the next door neighbor should be doing or not doing, or thinking or not thinking. And it's not for us to impose that on another person. So there wasn't really an attack on the person for stating these things. But I think that my channel should be a safe channel where you can say anything and not be judged by anybody else here. And I'm sorry if I've offended somebody who feels that their opinion does matter. You can send all the light, all the love, all the support, all the hugs, all the prayers. But I think our own personal opinions we need to leave out. It's not for us to judge, and it's not for us to impose our opinions on somebody else. So, you are in my prayers. I am thinking about you. Your whole country, actually. So, you need to do what you can do. And that's it. Okay? There's a lot of things that are probably out of your control, and it will pull you down. And this is kind of where I was going, because I want to address you out there. And many of us may feel like this in certain areas of our life. So what can you do personally? And you do those things. And we'll all be praying for you. We'll all be supporting you. We're not here to debate what's right, wrong, and indifferent. I am no judge of what's right, wrong, and indifferent. I give a message of love, of hope, of how you can go forward in a positive way. And my way of telling you to go forward in a positive way may be completely different about how you want to go forward in a positive way. And that's okay. Look at this, the awakening of the bear. I just put the 10 of the swords in the battle of the blue. That comment came to mind, and yeah, let's raise each other up here, please. Uncertainty, openness, awakening, negativity, and hibernation. When we fall asleep, we withdraw our awareness from its hypnotic fascination with the physical sensation, thereby enabling us to listen with our now awakened sixth sense. Bear reminds us that we've been hibernating and hiding from our passions and our own true self for far too long. Now is the time to open your mind, heart, and soul and see with all of your senses, but most importantly with your sixth sense. Spend some time each morning journaling and listening to your heart. Release the fears and only hear the love of what you want out of that love. Fears only prevent you from crawling out of the cave, and they cause you to be grumpy and negative. Bear says that it's your time of awakening. Maybe you have always wanted to write a book, or pick up an instrument, or learn how to knit. Maybe you've been afraid to sign up for that class because you've been caught within a web of fear for so long, you forgot how good it felt to stretch and feel the love around you. So it's about stretching and feeling the love around you. And the love that you can create from within. No matter what speaks to your soul, release the fear and allow Bear to stand beside you to assist you with your awakening. Don't allow your limited view to bring about fear, because you are on the verge of something great. Push the fear aside. Feel the awakening bubbling up within you. Bear may be telling you that you need a good sound sleep, one that's undisturbed and restful. Once you awaken from that sleep, you will feel refreshed and ready to take on the world. Bears are resourceful before, during, and after their hibernation. Bear wants to teach you, too, to be resourceful with your life. Are you purchasing too much food at the store that's going unused? Could it be that your closet is filled with clothes that you haven't worn in years? Bear says it's time to simplify. So thank you for letting me lend your ear there. It's just such a beautiful community, and I just want to keep it that way, where we support each other, we pray for each other, and we love each other unconditionally. When I was growing up, my parents would rarely tell me that I was doing something wrong. They'd ask me questions about it, and then I'd act like the teenager that knew it all, and they'd let me fall on my face. I would learn the lesson, because if they just told me, I would never listen. But my parents never imposed their things on me. They made me learn love and joy and support and compassion and empathy through trial and error, through setting the example. And I think that's what we have to do in our lives today. We have to look to where we can make the world a more positive place, where we can make it a more compassionate place, where we can have one with more empathy in it, more love in it. If we all took time every day to meditate happiness, what a world we would have. It's been proven when they get these large groups of people together to meditate, and they meditate on a certain town, or the crime rate goes down, the happiness goes up. So look towards the positive. And with the 11 energy, the 22 energy, the 38 energy, it is a day for awareness. It is a day for visionary thoughts. It's a day for your intuition to lead you to a new opportunity, a new discovery, a new way of doing, being, becoming. And it's time to stop carrying around the things that need closure in our life, to walk away from them, to heal from them, to complete them. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.